YouTube. So today I'm going to be talking about why I took a break from uploading videos, the horrible experience I had trying out Autoflex for the first time, and what you guys have missed on the Subaru build so far and what's next to come for it. So first things first, why did I take a break from recording? Well, the reason number one is actually pretty simple. It's just work. I don't get too much time off of work, and it's progressively going to get worse the closer we get to the holidays. But the Subaru has actually been in pieces going on almost a year now, so I've missed about every show, every car meet so far this year. So the goal is, before this year ends, is to finish up the Subaru build, or at least put it together and have it running. And I'm gonna try my hardest to record everything and post it up for you guys. Now, reason number two, we bought a house. Now, I'd give you guys a quick tour of the house, but we just got back from vacation last night and we left the house a mess. So obviously the house is still a mess when we came back. Plus, I don't think the living room or the kitchen or any of that is actually that important to this channel, unless you guys want to see a tutorial on how to warm up a cup of noodles. But this right here, this is the most important room. We now have a 3-car garage. It's not the biggest space you could have, but it's a lot bigger than what we had to work with before. So now that you guys know that, I guess we'll move on to what happened with the Autoflex. Alright, so what you saw there was the only footage that we actually recorded during our whole attempt to Autoflex the Subaru. Now, the reason that we didn't record was because of all the frustration trying to figure out what was going on. We actually completely disregarded recording the entire project. So everything that went wrong, I'm actually going to try to explain it to you guys the best way I can so you know what was going on. Now, before we even started this project, I did contact Autoflex just to make sure I had the right tip sizes, the right guns, and all the correct information. As you saw, I did have the ventilated paint booth, and somehow the Autoflex still did not work out for us. Now, the first issue that we ran into was it was on us. It was a real simple issue. Now, when you're spraying the Spray Wrap Pro, it should be at around 20 psi. Now, our air regulator that was in our hose actually gave out and was actually letting it out at about 40 psi. So what this was doing was, when we'd spray it, it would be drying before it would hit the panel. So there was particles in the air, and whatever was hitting the panel, it was coming out like a spider cobweb or like silly string. So we figured that out, swapped it out, and we were good to go. Now here's where the real issue came in. When I would go to mix the clear base gallons with the tints they provided, they would not mix. So let me explain to you this way. I had a power drill with a mixing attachment. I'd mix it for about 5 minutes. If I let it sit for about 2, it would begin to separate. When I would spray a panel with this, all of the color tint would run off. Not the clear, but the color tint would run off because it wouldn't bond to the actual Spray Wrap Pro. In between coats, I would open up the lid of my gun and there would be a thin layer of color and everything else was the clear. I ended up getting in contact with Fonzie and Dip Your Car and KP Pigments about the issue. They agreed to replace the gallons. They never really did. But I didn't bother pursuing the issue just because I was too busy stripping the car down to get it ready for paint, because that's the route that I'm taking now, just because I got tired of dealing with Autoflex. I'm not going to completely give up on Autoflex because I have seen good examples and I am a fan of Plasti Dip. So maybe in a later video, we will try it again. Maybe on my Gross Genesis, maybe on my Grom when I finally get the body kit for it. But as for what else is next for the Subaru, obviously after paint, we are going to have imperfections in the clear, especially with it being shot in the garage. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut and polish all the orange peel or bugs or whatever it is that is in the clear coat to get that glass finish. And then obviously this is a spoiler. If you guys seen the poorly shot video I have on my channel about how to replace your headliner, that wasn't the first time I've done my headliner. It's probably like the 4th or 5th that I've done it. And every time I try a different adhesive or headliner adhesive aerosol, because every single one keeps failing. I've tried 3M, I've tried Loctite, any one that you can name. So in this last video, the aerosol that I did use, it did last longer than the others, but in the end it still failed in the heat. So I just got tired of it. I went ahead and bought contact adhesive. This is what you would see at an actual upholstery shop. It is going to get sprayed out of an HVLP gun, so I will show you guys how to do that. Just in case you're having that same issue and you're tired of it, you could just go ahead and do this. What else? I do have a roll cage. The back seat is getting replaced. There's a lot of things. I guess you're just gonna have to wait and see. But I'll see you guys in the next video when we do paint the car.